We are bombarded with self-limiting beliefs, or self-doubts in every second of our life, and especially when your partner is not there with you, to do many chores, either household or official or in your career. um, what are your thoughts on this when we are confronted with self-limiting beliefs or self-doubts? How do we confront them? How do we overcome them?
Well, I was never in the deployed world, but I spent a lot of my time away from the house. So, with the 38 years of my marriage, or 39 years of my marriage in February, I've been gone most of the time. On average, I spend 120 nights a year in a hotel room. So, uh, even though people have been deployed, I can say I've been away from my family more than most people on planet Earth. But what we did was two things. We never stopped communicating while we were gone. So the first voice I have to hear every morning is her voice, last voice I have to hear every night. So even in my absence, I made sure her presence was there by unlimited communication. Nothing suggestive, nothing needy, nothing demanded, but just, hey, hope all is well, missing you. 15 or 20 texts a day that just had emojis in them that said, it was not designed to give a motivational speech or a message. It was just designed to tell the other person, I'm sorry I'm not next to you. This is the best I can do. The second thing is when I came, we always understood the roles. She was the disciplinarian raising our child. I did not come home and try to shower them with gifts because I was guilty of my absence, nor did I try to come and manufacture love because I was devoid from their presence. And so I had to understand that she was running the house, and when I came into the house, I was coming into her house. Technically, I was being added into her environment. And even though she welcomed me and it was my environment, I had to make sure I was not upsetting it. And so I picked the things that I was good at. Third thing is when I needed time to myself, I never did it in their time. So I inconvenienced myself to wake up at 4 and 5 in the morning to go lament about all the things that I had to do, that when they woke up, I was ready. When you talk about we are bombarded by self limiting beliefs, 75% of our self talk is of a negative nature. They say upwards of 75% of all illnesses are psychosomatic. So, in order to work on those self limiting beliefs, I had to find the time, and it was not taking away from their time. My family is not my therapy session. My family is my family. They don't need a motivational speaker, they need a husband and a father. So,
Awesome. That those were some of the most assuring words that I've heard. Being doubling up for your spouse, doubling up for your life and family. Uh, I think comfort is the key factor. Those are amazing thoughts and a different perspective. Uh, your thoughts on work-life balance, sir?
the work life balance is a very interesting thing because post COVID, we're living in this hybrid fantasy. And as a result, the generation that is after us are 24/7 operators. So most of them, are on their phone all the time, and the phone and our devices pretty much connect us to our work. So the formula you have to use is what we call blocks of time. We're all working 24/7, and maybe we get I'm good on 6 hours of sleep. Some need 8. Some people can do it in 5. The issue is not how much downtime we take. The issue is how effective can we manage our engagement time. And so if you have 12 hours a day, as Bill Marriott would say, he only works half a day, he works only 12 hours a day. So that's a different perspective. But I have blocks of time, which means I manage my week by the block. I always say X amount of time every week is denoted to those that I report to, my bosses professionally. X amount of time is devoted to my family and my spouse. X amount of time is devoted to my personal growth and belief. X amount of time is devoted to my task. Now, it's not a perfect science, but if you break it up, what you'll have what is called blocks of time. And as a result, if one block is being neglected, it shows at the end of the week because you're playing catch up. So the best way is, don't think of time management, think of yourself as a time miser. Everybody has the same amount of time. Ask yourself, are you allowing people to steal the time that you have? And if so, find out who's stealing your time and just use that time and you'll be more effective. So
Wow, be a time miser. That's a very interesting concept. Never heard that from anyone in my life.
yeah, because everybody wants to manage time, but we all have the same amount of time. You're billionaire and you're millionaire. I said, be a time miser. If you look where you're wasting your time, you'll become more efficient.
Interesting.